Oh.
Testing, testing. Okay, hai semua. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so sekarang mungkin you boleh dengar cikgu bersiaran sekarang live di YouTube Okay, kita sedang menanti kawan-kawan masuk. We will start in 2 minutes from now. Okay, boleh perkenalkan diri dekat komen. Okay, so di sini kita bukan sahaja ada anak murid saya, anak murid cikgu Wan sahaja, tetapi include all students from College Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan. It's open to everyone. You can share the link to your friends. Okay. Okay, hi Aisyah Humaira, Siti Fatimah, Syu Arifin. Okay, semua dah makan ke belum? Okay, really hope that you are ready because we will do math live in only 1 hour. Okay, we start with 1 hour. Kalau you all okay, in future mungkin kita boleh extend longer the time. Okay, ready pen dengan kertas? Sudah ready pen, sel, nota? Okay, semua dah ready dengan nota-nota masing-masing? Okay, kita akan mula in 1 minute from now. Okay. Okay, Siti Fatimah, apa yang belum? Okay, dengar. Hai Emira Najihah. Okay, you all berkenalan lah dulu dekat situ. Sekejap lagi, make sure you concentrate with me, okay? Auni Aunuar. Hai Naim. Naim kelas mana? Perkenalkan diri, introduce yourself, tulis komen kat situ from kelas mana. Okay, saya kelas cikgu Wan di 2P13 contoh. Saya Grace Merilda from the 3P6 for example. Okay, so share the link to kawan-kawan semua. Okay Amira, yes, di 2P12 Okay, share link. Okay, so masa sudah menunjukkan 8.30. Currently kita ada berapa orang 48. Okay, kita ada 48 student kesemuanya. Mungkin akan ada yang masuk sekejap lagi. Okay. Share dulu, share kepada kawan-kawan you all. Okay, tinggalkan komen di bawah. Okay, jangan lupa like cikgu punya YouTube channel and subscribe. Okay, because if it is useful, the sharing is useful, we will do more in future, okay? Okay, udah ada share kepada kawan-kawan DM yang lain. Tak apa, sesat ke apa ke, memang kita open to all students bukannya kelas I sahaja. Because I am responsible to do sharing for BOOM 168 actually, which we conducted usually every Thursday. Okay, usually we conducted the BOOM session every Thursday. But because of the PKP, okay, because of the remote learning, we will do live. Therefore, there's no restriction number of students, so everyone can participate. Okay, if you have any problems, you can write down in the comment below. If you cannot see the slide or any technical problem, you can comment down there. Miss tunjuk please, boleh tak nak share? Okay. Okay, sekejap I full screen. Okay, peace. Okay, nanti share dekat cikgu Share dekat cikgu gambar. Okay, kita ambil gambar dulu, takut kita dah keluar daripada session ni. Okay. Alright. Okay, without further ado, without wasting our time, we will start with our learning session. So today we will cover function and graph, which I believe that most of you have finished learning this topic. Okay, most of the teachers have covered this topic because supposedly on Thursday, which is yesterday, according to the schedule, we should start with the trigonometry. Okay, so this is just a recap. I'm not going to teach you all over again like what your lecturer have done earlier. Okay, I will just recap everything in 1 hour. All right. Okay, we will start now. All right. Okay, can you see the slide over here? Okay. So today, okay, we will cover functions, okay, which in your syllabus, it contains 4 subtopics, which is a relation and function, where you learn about whether the function is a one-to-one, many-to-one, one-to-many, or many-to-many. Okay, and then you learn vertical line test. Okay, and then you learn a domain and range. Okay, all right. Next, types of function, and then composite function and inverse function. We will go through one by one. Okay. So what's the difference between vertical line test and horizontal line test? Okay, write down in the comment below. Siapa tahu apa itu beza vertical line test and horizontal line test? Komen-komen. Cikgu nak pilih 3 orang yang bertuah. Nanti dekat matrik boleh claim hadiah kat cikgu. Ataupun I boleh terus transfer e-wallet RM10. Untuk you shopping apa-apa. Okay, comment down below. Vertical line test apa dia and horizontal line test. Okay, basically vertical line test, okay. Yes, luar KMNS pun boleh. Luar KMNS pun boleh invite siapa-siapa sahaja yang mungkin it's useful for them. Maybe pra-university ke apa ke. Okay, it's only 1 hour session. Okay, so hopefully it will be useful to everyone. Yes, okay, kita ada Sofia Nordin, HLT cut at Y axis. Yes, because HLT is a horizontal line test, so it cut at Y axis. Okay. Okay, so you have learned vertical line test. Yes, to check whether it is the graph is a function. The graph, okay. The graph is a function or not, okay. So vertical line test is basically, nama pun vertical, so dia begitu, okay. So if you have straight line for example, so by using horizontal line test, vertical line test, so it cut at 1 point. So again, vertical line test is functioning to check whether the graph is a function or not, okay. But the most important thing is the horizontal line test, because the horizontal line test, the function is to check whether the function it is one-to-one. To check whether the function is one-to-one. Why we have to know whether the function is one-to-one? Therefore, it will have inverse. Okay, it's related. It's related because if the function is one-to-one, then only it will have inverse. Okay, so for example, in your syllabus, you will be covered for graph only, which is linear, and then quadratic, and then cubic, and lastly apa dia? Surd. Okay. So for linear, for example, if you have linear function, for example, linear. Okay. So if by using horizontal line test, okay, by using horizontal line test, okay, by using horizontal line test, for linear function, it cut at 1 point. So it cut at 1 point. Therefore, it has, therefore it is one-to-one function. Therefore, the linear graph has inverse. But for quadratic function, If we draw quadratic function, and usually if it doesn't state the domain, if it doesn't state the domain, usually we assume it is all real numbers. So from negative infinity up to infinity. For example, y equal to x squared. So if we use the horizontal line test, it will cut at 2 points. Therefore, it is no longer one-to-one function because it cut at 2 points. Cut at 2 points. Therefore, it is not one-to-one, not one-to-one function. How about cubic? Okay, cubic macam mana bentuk cubic function? Okay. So that is for x cube. So kalau x cube, okay, if you use the horizontal line test, it cut at 1 point. Therefore, it will, it is a one-to-one function. Okay. All right. So I really hope that it's very clear for you for horizontal line test. And last one for set. For set graph, for example, I'm taking the basic graph y equals to set x. Okay. If we take okay, if we use a horizontal line test, it cut at 1 point, therefore, it will have inverse. Okay, all right, clear? Okay, very good, Sweta Sarah. HLT cut at y and check whether a function is one-to-one or not. Okay, yes. And then Adot said to prove whether it has inverse or not. Yes, very good. Okay, all of you participate very extreme, how to say? Extremely good, excellent. Okay, keep it up. Okay, now we are going to look at all the 4 function. Okay, tadi cikgu just lukis all the basic graph. Okay, for 4 graph again. Okay, anyone boleh tulis dekat komen what is the 4 graph that is include in your syllabus. Okay, linear, quadratic, cubic and surd. Okay, so for linear function, okay, 2x plus 3. So 2x plus 3. Okay, 2x plus 3. Okay, so for example, 2x plus 3. 2x plus 3, we know that it cut at 3. Okay, so the graph will looks like that. Okay, so I sure ramai yang boleh buat kan. Okay, kita just revise lah. Kita santai malam ni kan. Nama pun revision, recap. I'm not going to teach new things for you. It's just a recap. So that is for y equals to 2x plus 3. How about 2x minus 3? So you know that the gradient is positive. So positive will always increase. Dia graph yang menaik. So if given to you y equals to 2x minus 3, so the graph it looks like this. Okay, all right. So that's for when given to you both gradient is positive. How about if given negative 2x plus 3? Okay. So now okay, let's catch negative 2x plus 3. So look here, the gradient is negative. So what do you expect if the gradient is negative? So we will sketch like that. Okay, but it cut at 3. Okay, so we write down y equals to negative 2x plus 3 and y equals to negative 2x minus 3. We cut at negative 3. Okay, so linear very yes, okay, very clear. Okay, now we will proceed with the quadratic function. Okay, quadratic function y equals to x square. Okay, y equals to x square. Semua orang tahu basic graph dia. Y equals to x square. Okay, what if it is negative? Y equals to negative x square. Okay, what if now the y-intercept is a shift with the value of 4, okay? So y equals to x squared plus 4. Okay, so now cikgu nak lukis y equal to x squared plus 4. Therefore, it will cut at, no longer at 0, but at 4. But the grade, how to say, the coefficient of x squared is positive. Therefore, it will give us my graph. So this is y equals to x squared plus 4. Okay, and now how about if given to us y equals to x square minus 4. So now it will shift downwards to negative 4. Okay, all clear? All clear? If clear, write down clear at the comment below so that I will proceed to the next question. If it's quite fast, you comment down below as well, okay? Okay, now let's try this another example where the coefficient no longer equal to 1. Okay, thank you Alia, thank you Tun, Tonya, Halimatun lah ni. Nama dia pelik-pelik. Okay, Nur Azizah, Jasman, Eliana. Okay, thank you so much. That's clear. Okay, very good. Okay, now let's try the next example where given to us the A values is 2. Okay, kita revise balik macam mana kita buat completing the square. Because completing the square ni ramai yang selalu careless. Okay, alright. So make sure you factor out the 2. Okay, x square minus. Okay, what makes 4 if we already take out 2? So 2x. So that when you expand again, it will give you negative 4x. Okay, now this one 1 over 2. Therefore, when you expand again, it will give you 1. Okay, alright. Next step, 2x square minus 2x. Cikgu cakap apa dalam kelas? Untuk my class D2P13, D2P12, I kata apa? Salin dulu. I kata salin dulu. And then b over 2. b over 2 square minus b over 2 square plus 1 over 2. Jangan kelang-kelangkar buat. Okay, sebab you all kena hati-hati because b tu ada negative. So that's why you have to be very careful. Otherwise you will get wrong. Okay, and then salin dulu 2x plus what is your b? b is negative 2. Okay, so negative 2 over 2 square minus negative 2 over 2 square plus 1 over 2. Okay, so now 2. Okay, apa yang kita buat? Oops, sorry. Okay, apa yang kita buat adalah we now this one and this one. Okay, so x minus 1. Okay, ini magic dia. Magic dia, you have to walk backward. So when you expand again, it will give you x square minus 2x minus 1. Okay, so 3 terms ni sudah cover menjadi, we are already factored it becoming x minus 1 square. Okay, now minus with negative 1 square plus 1 over 2. Okay, now 2x minus 1 square minus 1 plus 1 over 2 and then 2x minus 1 square. Okay, sambil-sambil boleh kira-kira dengan cikgu juga. Okay, negative 1 plus 1 over 2, negative 1 over 2. Okay, sorry, I dah tulis negatif tadi. So 1 over 2. Okay, jangan lupa this is not yet bentuk ax minus h square plus k. So you have to expand. Ni dua ni jangan lupa expand. Alright, so 2x minus 1 square minus 1. Okay, so ini dia kita punya final function. Okay, in the form of ax minus h square plus k. Okay, so kita punya minimum point. Okay, alang-alang kita buat quadratic, kita terus cari the domain and range. Okay, I'm pretty sure you are already expert in this. So can write down below, can write down at the comment below what is the hk values, the minimum point. So the minimum point here, the hk adalah 1. Okay, because x is equals to 1. And then k you terus ambil negative 1. Right? 1, negative 1. Okay. So now we will sketch the graph. Okay. Sketch the graph. 1, negative 1. Okay. So 1, negative 1 dekat mana? 1 at x, 1 at x, and then down here at negative 1. So 1, negative 1. Okay. Smile graph. Yes, because the coefficient is 2. Here the coefficient is 2. So smile graph. Okay, and then of course, whenever a graph cut at any axis, it's either x-axis or y-axis, or we call it y-intercept or x-intercept. So you have to find the values here. I leave it to you for you to answer this. Okay, berapa? Bagi tahu cikgu berapa di sini. Okay, boleh tekan calculator. Alright, so now the domain. Domain untuk quadratic, if it doesn't state in the question, it always all real numbers, which is from negative infinity up to infinity. Okay. Okay, how about the range? Inilah pentingnya minimum point tadi. If you have minimum point, the range will be your minimum at x. At y. Range adalah nilai y. So paling kecil nilai yang dia boleh pergi adalah pada negatif 1. Okay. Dari sini ke sini. So negatif 1 up to infinity. Negatif 1 include? Yes, include. Alright. Okay, that's the domain and range for 2x squared minus 4x plus 1. Okay, clear? Clear, thumbs up. I can proceed. So that I will proceed to the next question. Okay, next question, masih lagi quadratic, tetapi now the A coefficient tadi ni, the A values is negative. Okay, yes, very good Grace, -1 until infinity. Okay, very good. Okay, make sure you take this opportunity to try it yourself as well, because cikgu memang bagi soalan ini you boleh guna, boleh cuba. Okay, mungkin you lebih cepat siap dari I because you don't explain kan, so that you can check lah your answer. Alright, so now we proceed to the next question where the A is negative. So make sure you buat bracket betul-betul, okay? So x square plus 2x, salin dulu, plus b over 2, so 2 over 2 square minus 2 over 2 square minus 15, jangan lupa kita masih ada the big bracket there. Okay, kita masih ada the big bracket here. Okay, ada dua soalan. How can, Farah Nadia ask, how can we know that it is include or not? Because the minimum point ada titik tak kat situ? Ada. So the minimum point mesti include, okay? Mesti include. Okay, menjawab soalan Farah tadi. Farah, cikgu dah jawab mesti include because it's the minimum point. Even though lepas ni kita ada maximum point pun, kena include juga the maximum point because itu adalah maksimum, dia masih lagi dalam graf kita. Itulah graf itu, the minimum point itulah yang menjadikan graf itu sempurna. Madam kalau tak buat graf untuk soalan ini dapat markah. Okay, kalau untuk soalan ni, macam soalan ni I tak tulis betul-betul. Dia nak apa? Dia nak domain ke, dia nak range ke? So kalau diminta find the domain and range, of course you kalau boleh you memang kena sketch lah, otherwise ataupun you boleh congak terus daripada bentuk ax minus h square plus k. Okay, kalau dia tak suruh sketch tak wajib, tapi kalau dia suruh sketch, yes, you have to. Okay, any other question you can write down at the comment below sebab cikgu pun tak nak short sendiri. Biasa dalam kelas kalau dalam Teams ke apa ke I mesti tanya respond you all. Okay, understand clearly? Can I proceed? Okay, because it's a live. Okay, okay. Okay. Yes, ada juga yang tolong komen dekat situ. Okay. Alright. Okay, can I proceed? Okay, so now x plus 1 square minus with 1 square jadi 1 lah. Okay, minus 15. So becoming negative x plus 1 square minus 16. Okay, now jangan lupa to expand. Do not forget to expand. So negative x plus 1 square plus 16. Okay, so what's the HK here? HK, now is the maximum point. Maximum point adalah negative 1 and 16. Okay, negative 1 and 16. Okay, check kalau if there is any careless mistake, otherwise we will proceed. Okay. Okay, yes, okay. Alright, so now kita akan lukis. Okay, mari kita lukis. Okay, so I have more space here. Okay, so now cikgu akan lukis. Okay, the maximum point now, maximum point because it has negative over here. Okay, Jangan lupa ini negatif, so mesti graf masam punya graf. So masam pada -1, 16. So -1 somewhere here and then 16 up here, so it's over here and then down here. Okay, so now the domain, as mentioned earlier, if not stated, we always assume that the domain adalah semua or real numbers. Sebab ini kalau cikgu berhenti, kalau I panjang-panjangkan lagi, it can be up to negative infinity until infinity. Okay, how about the range? Range paling kecil dia boleh pergi any values which is negative infinity. Okay, tetapi the minimum point adalah Sorry, not the minimum point. The maximum point tadi ni adalah -1, 16. So 16 ini adalah dia punya y values kan? So dia boleh paling tinggi dia boleh pergi adalah 16. 16 include. Okay, you don't confuse you don't confuse with this symbol open bracket ni dengan close bracket di sini, because ini yang cikgu tulis ini adalah bentuk apa? Bentuk point, bentuk koordinat. Ini bentuk point. Dia tidak menggambarkan sama ada di include atau exclude. Itu dari sejak azali lagi, daripada sekolah menengah lagi. Kita tulis koordinat, kita tulis point, mesti guna ni, apa orang panggil, open bracket ni. Tetapi when we are talking about domain and range, this is you have to distinguish. Ini mesti include because it is include in the graph. Okay, alright. Okay, yes, the maximum is 16. Thank you Aisyah, Umairah, Umi, Nur Ain, Nur Aziza. Okay, cikgu suka macam ni, teruskan so that I don't feel that I'm talking by myself. Kalau I cakap seorang-seorang, baik I buat upload to YouTube saja, pre-recorded video but now I'm doing live so that I have the opportunity to read and engage with you all at the comment. Okay. So if you have any question, do not hesitate to write down at the comment below. Okay, now I am going to proceed with cubic. We have done quadratic. I really hope that it's very clear for you. Okay? Okay. All right. Okay, for cubic, we have learned previously basic graph for cubic function is, okay, this one is x cubed, and then the green one is, okay, the green one is negative x cubed. Okay, itu yang kita belajar lah. Okay, and then dalam masa yang sama juga kita belajar kalau dia shift. Okay, kalau dia shift, contoh for example x cubed plus 3. Okay, so it will shift upward and down here. Okay, and how about if it's given to us x cubed minus 3. So dia akan dan turun. So you just hafal the basic graph. Tak kisahlah dia shift ke mana, you boleh lukis. Tetapi itu kalau bentuk dia a x cubed plus constant which is d plus d. How about if given to you macam ni, soalan macam ni, a x plus bx plus cx plus d. So apa yang you kena buat adalah apa dia? Sama macam kuadratik, apa yang you buat, you kena factor. Okay, jadi semua orang tekan calculator. Semua orang bawa calculator tak? Semua okay, tunjuk calculator. Okay, cuba tekan. Okay. Okay, so if you tekan calculator, okay, you ambil dekat mode tu, carilah yang function ax cubed plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, so you will get the factor which is apa? Which is, boleh bagi tahu I berapa? X minus 1, X minus 3 and then X plus 2. Betul? Semua orang dapat? Semua orang dapat? Okay. Okay, so now, so we know that the critical values here is X equals to 1, 3 and negative 2. Okay. So now we plot negative 2, 1 and 3. So this is your X, this is your Y. Okay, we have done the plotting for the critical values, but how do we know whether the shape looks like? How do we know? Okay, so apa yang kita perlu buat adalah kaedah yang pertama. I will show you two method, okay, and then you choose yourself which one is easier for you. Okay, so step yang pertama adalah you finding the values yang dekat sini. Okay, you take any values that less than -2 because you want to know the y, whether it is located up here or down here. Okay, any values that less than -2, and then you find any values that in between -2 and 1, and then you find any values that in between 1 and 3, and then you find any values that is greater than 3. Because we have 3 points, therefore we have to find 4 around, okay, 4 values, 4 values. Okay, so for example, I'm taking F. Okay, for example, I'm taking kejap, I ambil pen. F, okay, any number less than -2 sayang. -5, for example. So kita masukkan kat dalam function ini. Kita masukkan terus. I tulis rapat-rapat supaya you senang nak masukkan -5. Okay, -5 minus 1. -5 minus 1 we get negative. Okay, -5 minus 3 which is -8. So negative juga. And then lastly -5 plus 2 we get -3 which is negative. So negative, negative, positive, positive, negative, negative. So the graph dekat atas ke dekat bawah kalau y ini negative. So it's down here, somewhere here. Kita nak sketch saja. We don't need to plot. Kita bukan tengah buat plot. Soalan tak ada plot. Soalan just sketch saja. So it's just enough if you know whether it is located at the upper or lower x-axis itu. Okay, so now kita masukkan any values that is in between -2 and 1. So alang-alang kita nak cari y-intercept, better kita masukkan nilai 0. Okay, nilai 0. Because it's located in between. Okay. Alright, so kita masukkan 0, F0. 0 minus 1. So we get negative. No, kita bukan saja nak simbol, tapi kita terus masukkan supaya kita dapat values because we want the values for y-intercept. Okay, so 0 minus 1, -1. 0 minus 3, we get -3. 0 plus 2, we get 2. And then -6, so we get 6. So it's here, 6, okay? 6 dekat atas, atas 6 ni. Okay, so kita tanda atas 6. Somewhere here. Okay. So kita tahu dia akan turun and then naik dekat 6. Okay. Macam mana pula dekat 1 and 3? Okay, 1 and 3 dekat atas ke dekat bawah? So you take any values in between 1 and 3. So for example 2. So 2 minus 1. Okay, jangan lupa masukkan dekat dalam function ini. 2 minus 1 we get 2 minus 1 we get positive. And then 2 minus 3 we get negative. And then 2 plus 2 we get positive. So negative, positive, we will get what? Okay, negative, positive, negative. So it's somewhere down here. And then lastly, F, masukkan any values that greater than 3, for example 5. So 5 minus 1, positive, 5 minus 3, positive, 5 plus 2, positive. So semuanya positive. So it's here. Okay, so once kita dah dapat graf ni, kita bolehlah lukis, okay? So sekarang tengok cikgu lukis ni, cikgu just combine all the values. Okay, dia mesti jumpa. Okay. Okay, dia nak turun bawah, dia mesti mesti lalu dekat 1. Something like that lah. Okay. Okay. So that's the graph. How does it look like? Okay. That's the first method. Okay. Boleh? That's the first method. Understood? Boleh? Okay. So sekarang, let's try the second method. Okay. And then you choose which one is easier for you. Okay, so the second method adalah, okay, now warna hijau the second method. The second method adalah, okay, the second method is you have to memorize the shape of the graph. Okay, so if the ax square ni dekat dekat the coefficient of x cube ni tadi, ax cube ini adalah positif sebab dia satu kan. So the graph itu mesti bermula dari sini dan ke mana-mana lah. Macam tu lah. Okay, jadinya bila critical point ini, the critical point. Okay. So now I'm doing the second method. Sini I anjak sikit ke sini, the second method. Okay. So point tadi kita ada x equals to negative 2. And then kita ada 1. And then kita ada 3. Okay. So since the graph tadi ni dia dari atas dan ke bawah. Okay. So dia sambung naik. Okay, ni intercept ni you carilah bila naik. Okay, tapi yang pentingnya bila the second method ni you kena hafal, you have to memorize bentuk graph asal. Okay, dari atas turun ke bawah dan sambung ke y-intercept and then turun dan bawah. Okay, nampak macam senang kan? Senang betul dan senang salah. I would prefer the first method but it's up to you lah. Okay, whichever method that you feel it's convenient. Okay. Alright, Aziza said understood. Boleh madam, Aina faham. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Alright. Okay. So kalau faham, kita boleh proceed to the next example. Okay, why not? You silent soalan ni. I let you to try yourself for my class. You snap gambar. Siapa-siapa snap gambar masuk dekat dalam Telegram. Okay. Because it's the same. Ini adalah case untuk cubic juga. Okay? Alright. Okay. Alright. The great things about learning online is you can study at your own pace. Okay, kita rehat sebentar. Take 1 minute. Okay, now masa menunjukkan pukul 9:05. Okay. We are on track. Baru setengah jam. Okay, so far okay semua? Boleh hadam lagi? Okay, mungkin ada masa ini you boleh try soalan yang tadi. Tadi yang cikgu bagi ni. Okay, I bagi masa 1 minit untuk you cuba since kita pun masih lagi on track. Kita masih ada setengah jam lagi. Okay, boleh cuba. Boleh cuba. Okay, Ridwan kata boleh je madam. Muhammad Nafis insyaAllah boleh. Aisyah Umairah kata okay. Yes. Kalau kata okay, betul-betul okay. Tulis, buat sekarang. Okay. Buat sekarang siapa first upload dekat dalam Telegram. Ataupun siapa yang first boleh bagi jawapan. Tapi ni tak ada jawapan I need you to sketch the graph So, I mean, you susah nak tunjuk kan. Tapi yang ada dalam group Telegram boleh ni lah boleh share you punya jalan kerja. Okay, Anis kata okay, Aliyah kata okay. Alright, very good. Yes, my students is all good. Cikgu doakan semuanya berjaya dengan cemerlang. Okay. Amin. Okay. So let's check our answer. Okay, I have given you some time to try out this question. Okay, tengok sekali imbas macam kuadratik. Tetapi jangan lupa this is x square ni kena darab dengan x. So it is a cubic function. Dia bukan kuadratik. So apa yang you buat adalah sama juga macam tadi. Kita buat method yang pertama. Okay, kita buat method yang pertama where we find the critical values and then we find where the graph located, whether it's at the upper or the lower axis. Okay, alright. So now the critical values adalah x equals to 1 and x equals to 2. Okay, right? Okay. So kalau ada 2 je critical value lagi senang. Tadi ada 3, akan ada 4 ruang. Betul? Tapi sekarang ini 1, ada 2. So berapa je nilai yang kita kena cari? Kita kena cari values yang less than 1, and then in between 1 and 2, and then values that greater than 2. Okay? Alright. So we continue. Okay. Okay. So we substitute the value, for example, we take less than 1. Apa dia? Contoh 0 lah. Okay, so 0 masukkan. Okay, ingat kalau cikgu kata kalau nilai 0 kita masukkan sampai dapat nilai. Any values yang lain kita masukkan just untuk tahu dia positif atau negatif. Sebab bila F0 ini, bila X0 we are finding Y-intercept straight away. Y-intercept. Okay. So 0. Okay. Okay, kita masukkan 0. 0, okay, negative 2. X0, 0 minus 1, 1 lah. Okay, 0 minus 2 dapat negative 2. Okay, negative, positive, 2 times 2 we get 4. Okay, so now for y-intercept, we already calculate which is 4. Okay, which is 4. Okay, now for values that is in between, the in between 1 and 2. Okay, the values that is in between 1 and 2. Okay, sekejap besarkan lagi. Okay, for values that okay, greater in between 1 and 2. So for example 1.5. Okay, so kalau 1.5, negative 2 dapat negatif juga. 1.5 minus 1, so positive. 1.5 minus 2, so negative. So negative, positive, negative, 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 positive. Okay, so kita dah buat bahagian ini. Okay, now the last part. The last part, take any value that greater than 2. For example, 5. Okay. Negative 2 always negative lah. Tak boleh nak buat apa-apa. Tak boleh nak substitute the x values pun. And then 5 minus 1. So, positive. 5 minus 2 pun positif juga. So, it will give us positive. Now, tibalah masa yang ditunggu iaitu melukis graf. Okay. So, mari kita lukis. Okay. Ada sikit. Okay. So, kita plot nilai tadi ni. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Okay. So, tadi bila 0? Bila 0 dia adalah 4. Atas 4. Okay. So, dia mesti lalu dekat 4 ni. Dia mesti lalu. And then tadi less than 1 tadi ni apa? Less than 1 adalah dekat atas. Okay. Antara 1 and 2. Antara 1 and 2 tadi, 1.5 tadi ni, dia adalah positif. So, somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. So, mesti lalu dekat sini yang. Okay. Alright. Kemudian apa? Kemudian yang lebih besar daripada 2 ini. Lebih besar daripada 2, for example, we choose 5 tadi kan. Okay, so, we give us positive. So, positive. Oh ni, so sorry. Salah ni. Careless. Okay, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative. So, somewhere down here. Okay, so kita akan sambungkan semua graf ni. Dan dengan syarat mesti lalu dekat 1 ini. So, you tak boleh lah lukis macam tu yang. Tak boleh lah. Mesti lalu dekat 1. So, okay, so dia mesti lalu dekat 1. Okay, kemudian dia naik balik. Kemudian dia turun balik pada 2. And then dia lalu pada somewhere point down here. Okay. Macam tu. Okay. Everyone clear? And then you smoothkan lah the bentuk ni. Alright. Alright. Okay. So we've done cubic graph. Okay. Cikgu 0, 1 bukan negatif ke? 0, 1. 0, 1 apa ya? 0.1 eh? 0, 0. Okay, kalau kita masukkan 0, kita dapat 4 tadi, kita dah masukkan. So tak ada masalah lah. Okay. Okay, sekejap I smoothkan balik graf ni. Macam tu. Okay. Alright. Okay, Haidin, hai. Banyak kali Dinen ni. Haidin, perkenalkan dari mana? Ni spam ke apa ni? Banyak sangat hai ni. Yeah, I know that you are excited. Okay, so boleh proceed semua? Boleh Sayang, what's wrong with Haidin Dinen? Okay, so now we look at the composite function. Okay, kenapa Haidin Dinen tu dia ni pula? Okay, please someone kick him out. Okay, jangan mengganggu konsentrasi kawan-kawan. Okay, alright. Okay, kita continue. Alright, composite function. Okay, I am not going to teach you all over again for composite function when given to you, for example, fx and then gx and then find the fgx. Itu senang, you tinggal masukkan sahaja, kan? Tapi apa yang cikgu nak discuss dengan you adalah when given fgx, maksudnya we are working backward. When given the composite function, you have to find one of the remaining single function itu. So for example, okay. For example, given to us fx adalah 2x plus 3. And then we want gx. Okay. We want gx. So gx ni dekat dalam. So kalau kat dalam, senang kita terus masuk. Okay. Ingat dua benda, kalau nak cari dekat dalam, terus masuk. Tetapi kalau dekat luar, kita let you. Okay, you akan lebih faham bila kita buat example ini. Okay. Yes, Anis, proceed. Yes. Aira, Yedo, annoying. Yes. Okay. Alright, yes. Biasalah tu, haters kan. Biar dia. Abaikan. Okay, kita proceed sahaja. FGX. Okay, kita masukkan dekat mana sayang? Kita masukkan macam composite, gx, kita masukkan ke dalam function fx. Okay, so 2 masuk, gantikan dengan gx. Okay, 2gx. Okay, we straight away can write down 2gx plus 3 equals to 4x square plus 1. Okay, and then 2gx, 4x square plus 1 minus 3. So minus 2. 1 minus 3 adalah minus 2. So gx, okay, so over 2. 2x square minus 1. Okay semua? So that's our gx. Okay, so very easy. Kalau nak cari dalam, I ulang balik. Kalau nak cari dalam, when given to you fgx, nak cari dalam senang. Masukkan sahaja. Gantikan sahaja x itu dengan gx. Okay? Yes. Alright. So now, sekarang cikgu bagi contoh yang untuk cari luar pula. Apa maksud luar? Maksudnya tadi gx ini tadi dekat dalam. Okay, dekat dalam. Ini sekarang gx kita ini di luar. Dia nak yang di luar. So I kata apa? Bila luar, let you. Okay, bila luar, let you. Okay, boleh screenshot, boleh apa semua. Save. Okay. So, let's proceed. Okay, when given to us fx is 2x plus 3 and then gfx is x square minus 3. Okay. So apa yang kita buat adalah fx ini kita buat dia dalam sebutan U. Itu yang I kata tadi, let U. So U ni ini kena tukar dia dalam sebutan U. So U is equals to 2x plus 3. So X adalah U minus 3 over 2. Sekejap Yes. Okay. So kita dah dapat, we already get our function f(x) ini in the form of, in terms of U. In terms of U, dalam sebutan U. Okay. So kita akan gantikan ke dalam X ini. So GU adalah U minus 3 over 2. Okay, you tengok sini ada square betul? Ada square. And then minus with 3. And then don't forget, student selalu terlupa untuk 2 ni dikuasa 2 kan. Yes, substitute, Atun. Okay, so U square minus 6U plus 3 square is 9 over 4. Sayang semua, 4. Okay, minus 3. Okay, and then we continue, U square minus 6U plus 9 minus 4 times 3, 12 over 4. Okay, and then U square minus 6U minus 9 minus 12, 3 over 4. Okay, alright, so that's our GU. Okay, so GU, so tukar saja kalau dia nak GX tadi ni, X square minus 6X minus 3 over 4. Okay, habis, selesai di sini? Semua dapat? Okay, faham beza composite function untuk cari luar dan dalam? Okay, komen dekat bawah. Apa yang you dapat kesimpulan dari pembelajaran hari ini? Okay, composite function memang senang, tapi bila given to us where we have to do backward, kita kena berhati-hatilah. Okay, we have 10 minutes more. We will cover whatever we have time with. Okay, alright. Okay, ini I suka nak tekankan because pernah satu tahun in the exam PSPM where student memang tak boleh nak kaitkan the relationship between F and G. When they get the composite function, hasil composite function tu dia dapat X. Okay, so mari kita lihat. Okay, so you kena ingat properties ini if G, the composite function of Gx if equals to G fx equals to dengan apa? Equals to X. Therefore, G and F ini adalah inverse one another. Therefore, G and F ini adalah inverse one another. Okay. So, mari kita buat soalan ini. Okay. Okay, state the domain and range. Okay. Domain and range kita buat quickly. Domain and range for fx. Fx ini adalah x square plus 1. Jadi because it is quadratic, therefore it always negative infinity to infinity, and then range dia adalah, okay, you lukis x square plus 1 macam mana rupa dia. Okay, x square plus 1 dia pada 1. Okay, macam tu. So mestilah dia paling kecil yang dia boleh pergi. The minimum point adalah 1 until infinity where 1 is include. Okay, we have covered earlier. Okay, while gx, okay, gx equals to x minus 1. Okay, semua orang tahu set dah belajar. Okay, dia mesti apa? X minus 1 mesti greater and equal 0 because if you press the calculator, set negative 3 cannot. Set negative 33 cannot. Math error, give you math error. Tapi set 0 boleh. Therefore, that's why dia adalah greater and equal. So therefore, x is greater and equal 1. Okay, so jadinya this is the domain 1 until infinity where 1 is include. And then how about the range? Okay, so graph set. How does the graph set look like? Okay, this is the basic graph y equal to set x. Jadinya kalau x minus 1, okay, so sekarang x minus 1, Dia sudah jadi apa? X is start at 1. Okay, so dia begitu. So jadinya the domain adalah from 1 until infinity, but the range sama sahaja. Range dia paling-paling kecil dia boleh pergi adalah 0 until infinity. Again, why 0 is include? Because dekat sini 0 kan? Dekat situ termasuk. Okay, Aiman Hakimi cakap faham. Okay, thank you so much. Ridwan Risha. Okay, very good. Okay, faham ni? Set faham? Kalau set x minus 3, so x greater than 3. And then the range will always be the same. Okay, will always be the same. Okay, macam tu. Kalau dia tak ada shift apa-apa lah. Okay, kalau dia tak ada shift apa-apa. Contoh maksud cikgu shift ni, dia tak ada plus dengan 4 ke, dia plus dengan 7 ke, atau minus dengan 3 ke. Alright, so the range is 0, where 0 is include. Okay, back to our question. State the domain and range we have done. We have done for part A. And then GF. Okay, mari kita find the composite function of GF. Okay, GF. So, maksud composite function ni F, masukkan ke dalam G. Okay, F masukkan ke dalam G. So F kita adalah x square plus 1, x square plus 1 minus 1. Okay. So 1 minus 1 is 0. Set, okay, square root x square. So they cancel out each other, will give us x. Okay, how about F composite G? Okay, so now G masukkan kat dalam F. So G sekarang x minus 1. Set, ada set. So ambil pen warna lain supaya you clear. Masukkan ke dalam F ini, x square. So jadinya ini ada square plus dengan 1. Okay, so square dengan square root cancel out each other. X minus 1 plus 1 jadi x juga. Okay, so sekarang kenapa soalan ni senang sangat? Because soalan ini kemudiannya dia tanya, what is the relation between F and G? So by using the theorem, the theorem that I've shared earlier, yang you dah belajar sebelum ini, dia mengatakan yang if the composite function fgx is equal gfx equal x, maksudnya semua composite function ni dapat x, yang ini pun dapat x, therefore it is apa? Therefore f and g, okay, you write down therefore f and g is inverse function of one another. Okay, siapa yang baru perasan? Benda this theorem? Okay, tulis dekat komen. Oh, baru faham ke? Ataupun memang dah tahu? Memang dah tahu, very good. Okay, I wish you all the best. Okay, alright. Alright, kita ada beberapa masa sahaja lagi, tinggal 4 minit sahaja. Okay, I let you to try example 2. Example 2. Okay, cuba buat sendiri, you akan dapat benda yang sama. Okay, the composite function, okay, of GF and then F and G. Therefore, state the relationship. Sama seperti example yang cikgu dah buat sebelum ini. Okay, alright. Therefore, I would once again strongly remind you all, fgx, if it is equal to gfx, you get x, therefore fx and gx is the inverse of one another. Hi madam, domain fx tu bukan 0 sampai infinity because dia bagi syarat x greater than 0 or sama dengan 0. Ada dia bagi syarat ni, soalan nombor berapa sayang? Oh yes, okay. I terlepas pandang tadi ni ya. Okay, given. Oh yes. Okay, sorry. Thank you ingatkan. Okay, kita terlepas pandang ini tadi. X greater than 0. Okay, thank you. Thank you tadi Siti Maisara. Very good. Okay. Alright. So dekat sini X is greater than 0. Yes, saja nak test you all ni. Concentrate ke tak? Bagus. So kosong where 0 is include. Thank you Maisara. Alright. Okay. Okay, now last one, and then we will proceed to Q&A session, and then I minta you scan the kehadiran, attendance. Okay, this is the last things that you have to know in this chapter, which is a piecewise function, where it contains 4 graph. Dalam syllabus you, apa dia lagi sekali? Mesti tahu buat linear graph, linear function, and then quadratic, cubic, and set. Okay, alright. So this function can be asked in the question, tetapi melibatkan 4 graph sahajalah. Okay, so mari kita lukis. Apa maksud piecewise function? Maksudnya piece by piece. Sebelah sini daripada infinity sampai 0, function negative x square. Daripada 0 sampai infinity adalah function function x plus 5. Okay, so kita akan lukis quickly. Negative x square semua orang tahu masam. Okay, masam punya graph. Okay, so kita tahu graph itu kalau daripada negative infinity sampai infinity semua ni, tapi disebabkan dia nak x less than 0 saja. So I kena padam ini. Sebelah tu. Okay, faham semua? Faham? X less than 0 tulis faham? Yes. Tetapi kalau x plus 5. Okay, sekarang bila x greater than 0, dia nak x plus 5. So kita tahu x plus 5 tu macam tu. Tetapi disebabkan dia nak x, the domain given adalah x greater than 0. So I kena padam, kena start daripada x greater than 0. Okay. Okay, ulang lagi sekali. Mesti macam tu. And then dia cut pada 5. So kalau domain dia kat sini, domain dia can be dari negative infinity sampai infinity, tetapi range dia daripada mana? Range dia daripada bawah sampai ke atas, negative infinity, and then dia stop pada 0. Okay, dia stop pada 0, and then dia continue. Dia continue kat mana? Dekat sini tak ada ni. Dekat sini tak ada. So dia stop sampai situ, and then union dengan 5 sampai infinity. Okay, so and 5 is include. Okay, so I rasa itu sahaja untuk hari ini. Okay, kejap lagi. Okay, sekarang dah 9.30. Okay, I minta you scan the QR code. Semua orang ada handphone. Kalau you ada 2 device, boleh scan the QR code. Sekejap. Print screenshot. Okay, okay, ataupun pergi http://gg.gg/math.cikgu1. Okay, scan, and then you masukkan dekat situ so that I boleh tahu apa-apa positive or any suggestion in future. Okay, because this is our first time for this semester doing live for math. Okay, write down the comment below. Membantu tak you all malam ni selama 1 jam? Adakah dia menambah kefahaman you all semua? Okay, alright. Yes. Okay, terima kasih yang join. Aini Anwar dapat, okay, Hana Nazri dapat semua. I really hope that you learn a lot of things today, tonight. Okay, cuba komen dekat bawah tu, very helpful ke apa ke. Yes, lebih faham. Noraini Hisham. Sufia Nordin, thank you Cikgu. Siti Razali, thank you Madam. Thanks Madam dari KMPH. Wow, seriously? Resivin? Okay, I'll see you next week or next 2 weeks, insyaAllah. Okay, Sanchita, thank you Madam, help a lot. Yes, it will be my pleasure. Okay, thanks a bunch Madam Karisna Kosalan. Okay, I wish you all the best. If you have any question, okay, you can write down below. Okay, sebab video ini akan di-upload di YouTube, so you can always reach me there. Okay. And then Nabilah lebih faham, thank you Madam. Alhamdulillah. Basira, thank you. Yes, I really hope that it sparked your interest in math. Okay, you take this opportunity to learn as much as you can with your own pace. Alright, understood very well. Yes, Samuel. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, Monday UPS. Okay, Aliyah UPS dekat mana ni? Aliyah dari matrik mana? Okay, ada yang tanya video ni boleh tengok balik tak? Yes, memang boleh. Memang boleh. That's why because benda ni live di YouTube, so you can always watch this on YouTube. Okay. Lagi-lagi ada komen lagi? Okay, ada soalan? Any other question or maybe I can answer a short question for you? Okay, kalau ada topik yang kita buat yang is there any topic that you want me to cover? Please write down below at the comment. Of course, I'm not going to teach you a new lesson lah. I'm not going to teach you things that you don't learn at metric with your own lecturer. But I can do some revision for you for any previous topic that you have learned. Okay. Cikgu Helmi, mantap. Okay, terima kasih. Ini Encik Helmi ni ke? KMPH, Aliyah Kristina. Okay, I wish you all the best. Okay. Okay, Sri Inshira cakap sangat membantu. Alhamdulillah. I really hope that it's really help you. Hope there will be more videos in the future. Really appreciate it. Yes, I'll try to do it regularly, weekly. Infinity Rose harap buat chapter 6, 7, 8, 9. Allah, pingsan cikgu. Okay, boleh. Kita cuba in future. That's why I really appreciate your comment. Lepas I upload ni, please comment down below because live comment ni dia akan terdelete. Dia akan delete. So you tengok balik nota tu and then you di YouTube, you like, you comment. Jika memberansangkan, insyaAllah I will be motivated. I pun macam you juga. If it is very helpful for you, I will be motivated untuk share lagi kalau lah dia macam krik-krik macam tu kan, macam short sendiri je kan. So taklah, okay. But if it's really benefit for you, of course, I would love to share more. Okay. Masa pun sudah mencemburui kita, walaupun selama 1 jam banyak juga yang kita dah bincangkan. Okay, I'll see you next week insyaAllah or next 2 weeks. Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ni komen? Tengok bawah komen. Okay, bye madam. Bye my Sarah. Bye Infinity Rose. Cikgu tolong cover Trigo lepas ni. Yes. I will. Okay.